Hey everyone, happy winter solstice. Thanks for joining me on my channel. If you're new here, which I'm sure most of you are, happy high to you. Merry meet and blessed be. I decided that I should do my first reading for the winter solstice in order to help everybody understand the energy of what they're going to be facing in the coming seasons. If you have any questions about this video or would like to message me in regards to it, please see my email below. I am not doing any personal readings at this time. This is just a pick a card reading to get some energy about what's going to be happening in your coming 3 months or so. These videos are timeless, so if you see it at a later date, just know that it's meant for you when you find it. I apologize for the production quality of this video because I'm doing it for the very first time and I don't really have any good equipment, so please bear with me, and hopefully your angels and guides and your higher self will be able to still get the message that you need to hear through me tonight. Thank you. So as you can see, there are 3 piles here. Pile 1 is on the left with the seashell, pile 2 is in the middle with the pine cone, and pile 3 is on the right. It has a special kind of stone on it. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about the things that are on top of the piles once you've chosen one. Go ahead and sit and make a selection now. That way you can go ahead and get your reading. Thanks so much. I'll wait. This card here at the top of the pile is about your crown chakra and will help you understand a little bit more about what you are going to be accomplishing in the spiritual areas of your life and any blessings that are divine that may be coming in towards you. This is the message that is for the entire collective who's seeing this video. So guys, before I get into the reading, I just wanted to give this little preface and disclaimer. The things that I'm telling you in tarot are never certainty. They're always a probability or a potentiality. So I wouldn't say like go place a bet on it. Don't take me as having like all the medical or legal or relationship advice that you could possibly be looking for. These are just things that I feel like you guys need to hear from the spirit, from the higher selves, from the angels, from the universe, any kinds of messages about things you all might have been thinking about. They're here, they're for you. If something doesn't resonate, just go ahead and leave it behind. Take what resonates. I appreciate y'all listening to me, and if you have any questions, like I said, go ahead and message me. I'll do my best to get back to you. And once again, not doing personal readings. Thanks so much. Hello everyone who chose pile 1. We're going to start ahead with the seashell. I just wanted to let you know that seashells are definitely a symbol of fertility and longevity, and this one in particular seems to have been growing from a stone, so it had a very solid foundation and has lived a long and solid life. I hope that these qualities are helpful to you in understanding and attaining a message that you need. The first card that I'm pulled for everybody is going to be from the Beyond Lemuria deck. So I'm going to flip it over and we're going to see what it says. This card is the card of surrender. This is all about surrendering your energy to the universe, allowing yourself to be free, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you, releasing any emotional or physical baggage that you may be carrying in your life that is holding you back from achieving your full potential. The next card, as we can see here, is the owl. Let me go a little bit closer so you can see it, hopefully without a glare. It says, to seek out deeper knowledge to see through deception. The owl is wise. The owl is a predator. The owl flies at night. The owl is out when no one else is. So the owl hears and sees things that not everyone else does. With the owl as your guide, it's telling you that the spirit world is looking out for you and keeping an eye on things that you may not even be aware of in your life yet. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, and your higher self have your best intentions in mind, and they're going to help you avoid any pitfalls that you see coming in the future. The tarot for your pile starts with the World, which is a great indication of things to come. Basically, it shows that you've already accomplished a lot in this life and that you have much more to look forward to in the future. Anytime that you want to start a new project, especially during the winter season, is a good time. You do have the Five of Summer card, which says, trust there's a reason for everything that happens and remove yourself from the negative emotions of others. So that kind of fits back in with the Owl card in regards to those around you who may be trying to deceive you or trying to keep things on your mind that maybe you shouldn't have to worry about. Anytime that you have anything that's bothering you, it's okay to go ahead and surrender it to the universe and let the universe handle it for you. We also have the Ego card. The Ego card is equivalent to the Devil card in the tarot, and it's basically saying that there's a lot of commitments and bonds that you may have with other people that may have you feeling trapped in a situation that you can't get out of. You should go ahead and let go of anything, even if it costs you materially, because in the long run you will be provided for, and you do not need to worry if something isn't immediately given to you. As you can see, we also have the Four of Summer here, and the Four of Summer is very much equivalent to the Four of Pentacles. So if you're holding on to something material and you're just deciding to stay with it because it's what you have right now and it's what's good in your life, you should be able to go ahead and let go of it if you know it's not right for you. You don't need to be distracted by holding on to things that don't serve you and potentially missing out on things that are really, really in your favor. The next card that we have is the Prince of Winter. This is equivalent to the Prince of Swords in the tarot, and it indicates that if there is a problem that you're facing in your life, you should definitely seek out an intellectual solution and act quickly and decisively. Don't let your feelings stand in the way of you getting what you need. The next card in your pile is the Ten of Winter. This is equivalent to the Ten of Swords in the regular tarot and is indicative of the end of something. And basically, there's no further that it can go, no worse than it can get. So at this point, you can just get back up, start over, and feel much better about everything in your life. You can let go of anything that you've been carrying with you, any burdens, anything that's been hurting you, any persons that have been hurting you. You don't need to carry that weight with you anymore. Just go ahead, stand up tall, and continue on. The last card is the Queen of Winter, which I think sums up things quite well. It says, let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now's the time to focus on your career. And basically, if you've been in a relationship that's holding you back, go ahead and let things go. The next pile that we have is the pile with the pine cone. If you pick this pile, know that the pine cone represents fertility. It represents strength and persistence through the years. There are some types of pine that can't even bloom if there's not fire. They won't sprout. So know that the seeds are protected and that anything that you may be holding within you is safe. The first card in your pile is the Journey to Wholeness. If you've been nurturing yourself and trying to get to a place of completion, a place of honesty and wholeness, and a place of balance, you're on the right path. If there have been obstacles in your way, they will be washed away and replaced with the beauty and refreshment of a new beginning. Your animal guide in this instance is the crocodile. It says, the alchemy of energy teaches that death will always yield new life. Even though you may have been shedding some things from your past and letting go of trials and tribulations that have held you back, you will experience new beginnings, new comforts, and a new sense or lease of life. Following along in the same pattern, your first card is the Sun. Basically, your plans so far, everything that you've been nurturing, maybe keeping to yourself, keeping away from others, you're going to be ready to share it soon, and it's going to work out. Everything's going to lead to flowers and butterflies and sunshine. At least that's how I see it and how it seems to be presented here. The Two of Autumn card says to bring fun into everything you do, and it also is talking about juggling multiple priorities or jobs and having an exceptional talent for multitasking. I think that as you're growing, you're also probably discovering a lot of new features about yourself, one of them being a capacity for fun. It's okay to have fun while you work. It's okay for your job to bring you great pleasure. And it's also very important to balance those things with making sure that you stay healthy and safe and rested. So have fun, but don't have too much fun while you're working. The next card is the Four of Spring. This is equivalent to the Four of Wands in Tarot, and I think it's kind of great that it goes with the Sun and the Two of Autumn and this whole journey to wholeness. It looks like you have a lot of celebrating to do and a lot of things to be very glad for in this upcoming season. Be grateful for everything that you've gotten from Spirit and from your ancestors and from your angel guides and your higher self and the universe, and just know that everything is going to work out for you. You're going to have a place of contentment and everything's going to be very, very happy for you. The next card in your pile is the Queen of Spring. And also in this card, it harkens back to the Two of Autumn, talking about maintaining a balance between your work life and your home life. Yeah, I know you have a great job and you want to celebrate it and you want to do everything that you can to make the most of it, and that's wonderful. But don't forget your family and your friends at home. Make sure that your social life is as balanced and that you have enough time for yourself as well. The last two cards in your pile are the Princess of Autumn, talking about studies, and it basically is going to bring you happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships, and you're basically going to have plans that work out, just like the Sun card said. So if you are working on something now, whether it be a personal endeavor or a creative endeavor or an actual entrepreneurship or working for somebody else, just know that you're definitely going to be someone who's getting a lot of accolades, a lot of admiration, and a lot of good things are going to be coming to you. Also, in the place of business, if you are thinking about starting a new business and haven't gotten on that yet, get somebody's help. That's what the King of Wands is about. He will give you some good advice, whether it be he or she. It's just the masculine energy. But whoever they are, they will give you some professional and objective advice and help you figure out things without worrying too much about your emotions. So if you get caught up in your emotions, find somebody who is wise and level-headed and make sure that everything that you run by them sounds good to them before you just go running in to do it. All right, that's all I got for you guys. It looks like you're going to have a really good time this coming winter. I wish you all the best. So for all you beautiful people who picked pile number 3, I just wanted to go into a little bit about the thunder egg before we get into the reading. This is a specific type of volcanic concretion that only forms very rarely, and it's actually a type of agate that's been inlaid into other types of rock. And I don't know if you can see it about this one, but I think it kind of looks like the little Pikachu from Pokemon, which is really cool because, you know, it's a thunder egg and he's supposed to be like an electricity Pokemon. And I think it's really neat because it's all about teaching you to accept yourself, having self-confidence, speaking up, and speaking your truth. So I think that if you picked this rock or you were attracted to it or guided to it, that this pile should have some messages for you in that regard. Hopefully everything will work out and I will get back to you with your pile soon. So, for your first card, you have communication and co-creation. This card is all about speaking and doing things in partnership with your friends, with your loved ones, with anyone in your life that's important to you. As you can see, they're all busy working together and working very hard to make sure that their project comes to fruition. So if you have people in your life that you're working on projects with, now's the time to speak up and tell them what you're thinking so that you can make sure that everything works out the way you want it to. The next card that we have in your pile is the Moose. The Moose is all about self-reliance and measured patience and basically taking things carefully and slowly. I get the feeling that a lot of you are like this by nature. And you know what? It's great to do things carefully and slowly. Just make sure that even if you are slow and deliberate about it, you do say what's on your mind to those around you. Alright, and so now we're going to get into your tarot cards. Your first tarot card that we have here is the Knight of Winter. You guys, I feel like you guys worry way too much. It's okay. Everything's gonna work out. All of your fears are just stuff that your lower vibrational self is putting out there to like scare you away from the things that you really want. It's okay to not listen to those things. It's okay to just go ahead and let them go away on their own. Most of the things that you're worrying about are either things you can't control or things that are probably never going to happen. Go ahead and let it go. The next thing that you got here is the Princess of Summer. Well, this is actually great because it shows that you're going to go ahead and have some invitations to some social events, maybe with those friends that we saw over here. You can go ahead and have deep connections with that friend, share your concerns with them. Get this stuff off your chest. Off your chest and off your mind. Go ahead and speak to somebody you know about it and let it go. And the last card you have here is the Eight of Summer. It shows me that there's been a lot of stuff in your life that you probably need to leave behind and let go of and move on by making those major life changes and by going ahead and relying on your true friends and speaking your heart and your mind. You will eventually be able to pull yourself out of this place of worry and negativity and bring yourself into a place of love and light and harmony. I really feel like I need to pull some more cards for you guys, so I'm going to go get another deck and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I was shuffling for you and all these fell out. I wasn't actually expecting there to be this many cards for you, but I'm going to go ahead and try to read them for you and see what's going on here so that I can help you make sense of the other cards and make sure that you get a good message out of this. So what I see here is the Six of Cups. This is the story of like childhood innocence and like knowing things about other people. Sometimes it can be about secrets in your past. And I think in this particular instance, it may be something about your past that's really weighing heavy on your mind. I also see here that you are a person who's been carrying this burden with you for a very long time. You're a very strong person, as you can see by the lion figure there, and you are a very, very determined soul. But it might be time to go ahead and let go of those things. You might also be a person who has a tendency to be a little bit of a hermit. And you know what? That's okay. You don't have to share every single thought you have with people. But it's also okay to get out there and put yourself out there and stop living in this world of restriction, or self-imposed restriction, I should say. This is not even like there's anything actually stopping you from leaving that, but you choose to remain there. So definitely take into consideration that it might be time to come out of that hermit mode, to step away from those restrictions that you've imposed on yourself, step more into this King of Swords energy. Speak your mind, speak your truth, tell everybody what you're thinking, get it off your chest. If you make enemies, you make enemies. But you know what? At least you don't have to live with that feeling that's been nagging you. So go ahead, let go, get it out, speak your mind, and all will be right in the world. Much love and peace to you guys, and I hope that this reading was helpful to you. And I want to just give everybody a great shout out for listening to me and sticking to me through this, because I know that I have been doing a very bad job with the camera manning and also have probably not been doing so great with the audio either, but I'm doing my best and I know you guys are too. So thanks again for being here, and I hope to see you all soon.